Hello everyone, welcome back to Just Rolled Already, the podcast dedicated to role-playing games and bettering RP. I'm Daryl.
I'm John.
I'm guest star Matt.
Yes, and right now welcome to Shop Talk, where we'll be talking about technology perception. Now, a lot of people today don't quite fully understand what we're talking about here. It's more on the lines of a very simple thing. The caveman sees a cell phone, it rings, he doesn't understand it.
And he immediately kills the person.
He kills the person with the phone or smashes the phone because he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, if he's a witch, burn him.
Yeah, he's a witch, burn him. For example, Matt wears sunglasses.
I also wear sunglasses though.
Yes.
I do that. Okay.
Yes,
he often says deal with it.
Yes, he does. Okay. Now, some people might say, witch burn him, or, oh my gosh, he's so rich he can actually afford it.
Yeah.
It's just more in the lines of how people should perceive technology in a truthful manner, and also how do knowledges today affect RPing in an ancient mindset or a futuristic mindset.
Speaking of technology, you'll notice we have our recording equipment finally.
Yes.
Well, we've always had it. This is what we used to use. But we tried to go the whole
Just video.
Yeah.
just video and then yelling at the camera from really far away.
Vlogging.
Yes. Now we're vlogging and with better audio technicians.
So
Technology. It's a wonder.
Yes, it is a wonder. Because even then, like, all right, let's use an example of how some people say, like, technology should be oddly looked at.
Oddly looked at, like
fantasy, like post-apocalyptic fantasy technocracy, something like that.
yeah, where you have like the weird incorporations of obviously over technical stuff. Like,
Barbarians with laser pistols.
yeah, where you know, like the one sciencey guy has the drop down magnifying glasses on his glasses or whatever.
Yeah, and he
convoluted technology.
Convoluted
technology.
Yeah, it's like they look at it and they say, well, look at this.
Like steampunk technology.
Steampunk, yeah.
Over-engineered.
Because it's over-engineered because it's a very simple energy system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But those people have a very limited knowledge of it. Some
Yep.
people try to take out-of-character knowledge and say, well, if I mix gunpowder with aluminum dust...
I get thermite.
Well, actually, it's actually
It's rust and aluminum.
essentially.
Yeah,
And then you need some magnesium to catch it on fire. But you being a filthy heathen barbarian from the northern wastes, you don't know what any of that is, and you can't do that.
the only thing you probably know is oil burns, wood burns,
Just attack
witches burn.
You take a whale, and you beat them with it, and then you take the oil and you take the whale and you juice the whale onto them, and then you burn them.
Yeah.
That's how you burn a person in the north.
Yeah.
You beat them with a whale, and then you juice the whale, and you pour the oil on them.
Or you happen to be in Game of Thrones, and, the snow is just nitrogen. And
Everything burns so easily.
you're in the snow, how did you just conflagurate? And just...
Yeah, it's just randomly people start burning.
They are on, they're on
everyone's-
Neptune.
Yeah, they're on
nitrogen
Neptune.
snow.
And nitrogen snow.
Yes.
Maybe
The
Neptune.
next thing you understand is like, oh gosh, people's blood is actually gasoline.
Yeah.
Whose blood made gasoline? Game of Thrones.
I don't understand. Everyone, you
People
fucking
burst into
carbon-based
flames
life
randomly.
forms.
After that tangent.
Yeah. Sorry.
But it's more in the lines of how do you conceptualize or even kind of rope in and kind of lawyer to a degree about what people should know or shouldn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a certain amount of creativity that people have. I mean, people are not stupid. From the guy from the Dark Ages has the same mental capacity as a person from now.
Right.
It's just the more in the lines of how they perceive things is what's different.
Well, here's the way I do it. If it was a system that uses stats and not a dramatic system, I'd pick the stat relevant, and then I would say for each score within the average range that somebody's going to either roll or create, I'd pick one item that is like the epitome of what they would understand. And if that person steps outside of that, I'd be like, no. And then it's just I'd draw the line essentially for every stat.
Yeah, it's kind of like saying, okay, I'm an herbalist, I'm in the forest, and people are after me. I understand exactly that nightshade makes an excellent poison, and this frog combined with nightshade means that they froth in the mouth and they die in seconds.
Well, it's kind of like just like pouring more alcohol in your alcohol. You know you're going to get drunk quicker.
I have poison what if I make more? I have a knife gun, and Spider-Man makes a poison.
Oh gosh, and there's people who try to make the weird technology in fantasy games.
I love those.
Like the rapid-firing crossbow, which doesn't exist.
No. You make a gun that fires smaller guns that fire
Deep-fried beer cans. Yes, the deep-fried beer
the
can.
The punchline is machismo. Yeah.
Yes, that actually makes more sense than the fully automatic crossbow.
Hey, I love that movie.
It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, movie?
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing,
right.
because he's using
And it's a drum barrel.
No.
That's like the weirdest.
Okay, this doesn't make sense. Okay, they say it's gas powered. You see the gas cylinder. Why does it need
Gas.
No. The gas is understood as a projectile weapon.
Yeah.
Why does it need the bow head?
I would think
It's
maybe
literally a glorified machine gun harpoon.
Well, it's probably they took a normal crossbow, stuck a drum on it, and an air compressor.
Yeah. You're just like, bang, boom, that looks crazy.
Because otherwise you'd have to re-engineer it to look like a gun. It wouldn't. It's style. It's a style check.
Hey, I'm good at those, man. I put a 44-inch down, like a 2-inch strength. That worked out well.
Yeah.
Quite often.
Yes, it did. You could hair flip your way out of anything.
I'm sorry, Captain. I don't know if you... Oh? And I think you should leave now.
Okay. But fully understanding, okay, the thought of gas compression in a weapon was not understood. Contortion and equal opposite force, that makes sense.
Yeah.
To them, because they know enough tension released suddenly sends something flying. Now, we understand today, gunpowder doesn't exactly fire the bullet. It's the gases that are released from the rapid
combustion,
expansion, from the combustion. You can do that with an air gun and get the same effect. The only problem is gunpowder is a lot easier to carry, it's a lot cheaper to make, and it's a lot less volatile than it would be to carry a giant air compressor on your back.
Yeah, because that gets with anything that's sharp, it could just explode.
Yeah.
And if it's oxygen, like, why is someone just like have a tank of compressed oxygen and then get that, like, it punctures and then too close to the campfire?
Yeah, hey, you know who's fun? Fire mage.
Okay, one example that kind of made sense is Jeremiah's setting with his Phrygia, the gnomes with their steam-powered rifles.
I actually like that. I actually showed him. I showed him an anime. Many people may know this. Last Exile.
Yeah, that.
The way they fired their weapons, their giant muskets, and he's like, that's exactly it, because it's just giant steam hoses attached to very large muskets that they fire from ship to ship, and they fire like hole-breaching, huge cannonballs that are like the size of your fist, and they have to like hold the whole thing, and it's just.
And they're standing there firing at each other.
Except unless you're on the Sylvanas, they all carry submachine guns and they fire them down from slits. Wow. So it'll like come up to like it'll just like get up in their face and they're just.
They hose them down with a little cranking machine gun.
No, submachine gun, like an Uzi, compared to everyone else with their giant muskets. The Sylvanas is this experimental battleship.
An experimental weapon with experimental technology.
So now there's like this whole technology thing. Like that's a huge difference in technology, despite it's the same universe.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing to have a cannon; it's another thing to actually like
Uzis.
Yeah, get into the Uzis and the actual. Okay. This requires a lot more machining.
But that's like technology advancement. Okay, just imagine how people thought when the radar was created. That was like a very strange concept because like we know something's there and we don't have to see it, hear it, or have spy planes. We could just sit inside the safety of our bunkers and send our planes exactly where they're going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, that was very hard for people to realize and understand. And then differentiate what is a plane and a flock of geese.
That plane's good.
Well, sir, we just wiped out a pile of geese in the sky.
Oh, was it good?
Gaggle of geese is gone.
No, it was enemy bicycle squadron.
It was an enemy bicycle squadron.
When we were in the army and we'd like do like BFT stuff, it'd be like enemy bicycle squadron. That'd be like one of our not a unit icon, but that's would be the simple. We'd put a like event, and then the unit cited was an enemy bicycle squadron.
Yeah, you have to understand that technology is a gradual thing. And because it's so gradual, people can adapt to it so quickly. You unfreeze somebody from 1930 and you put him today, he's gonna. His
mind be blown.
His mind be blown because he thinks like, how can so much data be held on something that big?
His mind be blown more from like
Transformers the movie. Even though everyone thinks Transformers is garbage, demons and robots.
No,
they're alive.
The first, I think it was like the first movie ever was a train. Had a train coming out of it. People in the theater freaking freaked out because they thought a train was coming into the theater.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but with a mentality like that, you should be able to think, what would my character react to something so foreign? Yeah. When I introduced dirigibles in the Aldera game, there was like first it was a very strange reaction because everyone thought like, is this normal? And they asked me, and I said, no, it's not normal. You know it's a flying machine, but you don't know how it's exactly flying.
Kajigger.
How do fly?
They're flying. How are they flying? I don't know. They're out of range from everything.
Hydrogen.
Yeah. You guys quickly learned what hydrogen is.
It's the oh god.
Don't light a fire.
The Hindenburg.
Yeah.
It's not the Hindenburg. It's the Hindenburg.
Okay.
It's the Vamperberg.
Yeah. But like going back onto like players and what their knowledge would be. I always thought it was really interesting, like what John was trying to do in JRIA's campaign, which was always like build an airship and get an airship, even though that technology was held by a certain race, and it was closely guarded, and John wasn't a part of that race, so he couldn't, get a hold of him. So you kept like finding newer and creativer ways to like, I just need you to tell me what kind of bolt. And then you like piece by piece, you built you almost got an airship, like piece by piece.
He was withholding all of the tech schematics because what I was an artificer.
Yeah.
So it is within my realm of knowledge as a class that I would have that's also a thing. Is like the DM can set these classes have this specific knowledge. Yeah. You can restrict it that way, not only in just stat wise. But I would have, because of my class and what I did, I would have knowledge of things like alchemical furnaces and alchemical propulsion drives, things of that nature, which are also detailed in Pathfinder.
Yeah,
and but it's just
but a
wizard
magic wouldn't be able to even think about it. Like, why do I need a flying machine when I can cast a spell and flap my arms?
And I'm like, gun, bang, gun is best spell.
And I like people think they can outsmart me, maybe, but I have yet to see a man who outsmarts bullets.
Yes,
we
also. We're just full of just references today.
But you say wizard, I say druid.
Oh gosh, make it worse.
Yeah, make it really weird. Just
I know how a boat works.
You say bullet, I say bear form. And then you're like, oh, more bullets. Bear form. Bear form. And
you're about as big as a bear, too. You're giant compared to us. We all have to look up like, I'm getting chicken in that. Can you bend down a little bit?
Yes. I tower above all of you.
Yeah, yeah. Like the only time you
actually 6'10".
Yeah, I'm 8'17", something like that.
That's like 9. That's like 9'5".
Hey man, I'm tall. I don't number. Get off my bed.
He's 5 foot.
He intimidates everybody around him. It's just he has an aura of intimidation, a frightful presence.
Yeah, he has a frightful presence.
That freaking hairband.
He might step on me.
No, you and that hairband.
He 5 foot.
I'm gonna bring attention to the hairband because it's I don't know why.
Because why not pull my hair back and?
Man, it's freaking hilarious.
Because your style check is terrible.
Yeah, style check.
Okay. One last thing to think about: how would somebody explain rubber to a person who uses leather hoses?
Oh God.
Because that's a pretty difficult thing. Like, how does this work? How does this made?
If the person understands the hose in general, they would have a general knowledge of what is needed in a hose.
Yeah.
And then they discover the material. It's like, oh,
I'm gonna make so many hoses.
You just start making hoses. Like you can melt it, and it's like you make like sheets, and they stitch it at first, but then they're like, wait, I can heat it and seal it. So they just like make a flat sheet, roll it over, heat it.
Evolution of knowledge.
Yeah.
But that's another thing you have to think about. Evolution of knowledge is important too.
Yeah.
Because people are not going to be same static thing. Like if somebody says 100 just passed, and like people are still using swords and metal plate armor. Shouldn't there be like a little bit more effective? Because even during the Dark Ages, fighting styles changed.
Yeah.
They went from full plate after they realized arrows pierce armor, so we should make swords like arrow stab into armor instead of slash towards. Oh, that works. But also it works for chainmail.
Well, it started out with farmers with pitchforks first.
Yeah.
And they would just...
It's very point.
Yeah. Pointy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. No armor can stop piercing perfectly.
Yeah, like playing footsies on it.
Goddamn.
Don't. What?
I'll kick you in the shins.
Yeah, but I do agree with that. Like, I know. Oh God, what was? I can't remember what game I was in. I was playing one with another one of my friends, but he was just like, "So you guys find yourself at a volcano," and one of the other guys' characters.
Did somebody get thrown in the volcano?
No.
Okay.
He really wanted to make guns. Really bad. And they were just like, "No, you get dirt. Dirt stick fight. Broken pool cue. Go.
Like men.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got to round this one up.
And so anyway, so he goes into the volcano and he notices all the gas that's exploding out of the volcano and blowing chunks of rock out, and he's just like, I've figured out how I want to do my guns. And
Gas.
Just like, what?
Combustible gas.
Combustible gas. Air I'm brilliant.
Eh.
Yeah, and
Legit.
So then
And one fire spell later, he regrets that completely.
Yeah, he's just
I regret everything.
Okay, and we'll move back with the Let's Look At in a little while. Thanks for listening. I'm Daryl.
I'm John.
and I'm Matt.
Yeah.